BX till Brooklyn. From BX till Brooklyn. From BX till Brooklyn. We get it on, no shit, man. And I'll be back on track. Yo, I think we're back on the track. I'm from Motown, so let me keep singing. Where the Bronx at? Is New York in the house? Say what now?
Bronx, Manhattan, Staten, Queens, and Brooklyn. It's the remix. Where the Bronx at back? Bronx, Manhattan, Staten, Queens, and Brooklyn.
I'm from Motown, so let me keep word. I'm on my NY shit. NY baby with my NY bitch. New York. Word. I'm on my NY side. BX Bronx, get it NY.
You pawns gotta check me. David is right, you ain't seen New York till you met me. Ray ass like Jose, you get me? But overall, I'm a good fella. Say don't test me, haters just don't do it. You Patrick ass niggas, I will never let you win. Dominican and my Spanish is so fluid. So what I got that beat Dewsbury is you doing? I'm on this corner like it's 89. This that New York swag that had knives in that state of mind. You shake spines if you lame strive, but your wide clef niggas keep yelling if you hate I.
And I'm so NYC, here's that Prince of the Bronx, baby, NY's me. That's right. And it's that NY remix, Empire State, because it's his first C6. Okay. From uptown down to Harlem, jumping on the west side, headed to the garden. I got my swag on track, can't get fitted to the left, is that why on my chest? Yes. Cause word upon the hate shit change. Come BX like a 2-4 on that 6 train. And I'll be back on track. Yo, this is the remix track like word. I'm on my NY shit. NY baby with my NY bitch. New York. Word. I'm on my NY swag.
Let's go.
BX Bronx, get it NY fast. New York.
Street corner. Let's go. New York. 750 out with the stash box. Swag by the bricks, I'm opening up a swag spot. Let's go. These rappers starting to bore me. And the Yanks still won they ticket without Tory. 5-star shorty, we ain't never been defeated. And I always stay fly like a fly frequent. I ain't nothing but a crown holder. We get it poppin' like a Thursday at mimosas. I bring the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Harlem out. Brad Pigs, LG, and Street Corner out. I got swag, nigga, use yours. Even out of town, they playin' that song New York.
Why swag so fire, we did it 2 times. It's 2 times, y'all niggas gon' let my crew shine. Me and a few of my niggas be on the field. I know you can't invite my swag, nigga, it's shoot time. My shit tight, Michelle Fife in the cats. Jackie joining the tracks, medium on the fat. Hit him in the jaw with the gun and knock out his back. To get my pockets looking like Eddie Murphy in the fat suit. It's kinda nutty how I want my wallet puffy like Biggs, man. I'm willing to deal with the problems if they can. Money swag surfing, I'm swag swerving. Be a blackberry curving, y'all niggas still shirting.
Word. I'm on my NY shit. NY baby with my NY bitch. New York. Let me take my suit jacket off real quick. They think I'm new around here. Queens representative, forever I will always be. Isn't it evident? My flow, 3 letters, OMG. What's that? Who am I? Let me introduce. I'm flawless, the jumper cables when tracks need a boost. Don't listen to rap, still a weak excuse. I'm a pop star, so they ask, what is he confused? No, just my alter ego has different views. I can walk the walk in sneakers and the shoes. I'm a problem, hazard, simple mathematics. I don't gotta add and divide to know your average. OZ gave me the heat, so I'ma smash this. Hope you got insurance for the beat to cover this in.
I'm damaging every beat I'm giving. I'm at my peak with this lyric spitting, making it hotter than Hell's Kitchen. I'm swell spitting with these swagger flows. I'm steadily bagging hoes by the way the cuffs are so tough to zap at those. I'm never boring, keep the crica calling home until the morning. Conquistador and chicas until the people roaring. I'm steady warning if you ain't getting your swagger G. A little league pitching, I'm hitting like Don Mattingly. Creating casualties, casually cause calamities. Khaki gets cowards constantly catching themselves caffeine. And why Swagger Kings remix the New York swag release. Put a toe tag on the remix and watch Swagger beat word.
Damn, what happened to the track? Got 8 motherfuckers left casual in the back. I could do this a cappella, I don't even need a track. I'ma call my homie Nova, tell him bring the beat back. Funny how they act when your swag on 0. Get a couple mil, they approach like primo. Ladies made it hard like like I'm Shaq on free throws. Now they see the chain and they on my beach, yo. Everybody mad, I'm on NY swag. Saying casuals this, saying casuals that. Homie, this is Michael May, I got casuals back. Cash told me tell the haters kisses NY ass. You ain't even gotta wonder who's bringing NY back from up under. Street corner motherfucker. If you need the proof, man, the proof is in the numbers.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Builds. I'm your host, Michael May. And today, y'all, I'm sorry. I know I meant to get on last night. I had some good old Raising Cane's last night. I had me a Malta. For those who don't know what that is, if you don't know what that is, it's unfortunate. But I had me a good old Malta, and I was chilling. He said, did you see that? Did you see that? Yeah, I saw it. It's so dumb. Like, people, I want y'all guys to understand. People do not understand what's happening with this case. But before we get into that, I wanna dive into, you know what? If we have time today, I may dive right into this. Y'all already know. As I always like to start, all parties being spoken about are innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. I'm not on Diddy's side. I'm not on the prosecution side. I'm on the side of the law. It is what it is. I want to dive right in because yesterday I want to continue. But before we do, as I always have to do in the mornings, I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to listen to what Tisa says this morning about yesterday's testimony. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to play Trent. I'm going to play from Trent. Shout out to Trent. Shout out to Tisa too. You know what I'm saying? Even though she be lying, but hear me out. I want people, nobody, I repeat, nobody was breaking down this case the way I have been breaking it down. And I literally mean nobody. Hit the like button, y'all. I know it's morning time for some of y'all. Hit the like button. Listen to me. I've been telling you guys what they're trying to use as RICO, how they're trying to do certain things, how they're trying to make certain things look like what it is or what it ain't. Nobody has been able to break this down for you. And I mean nobody. Because today you're going to hear some things and be like, yo, True been saying this. People, I want you to understand. What's going on in this trial is starting to make sense to people. It's made sense to me since day 2. But let's just dive right in. Let's get in. Let's dive right in and see what's going on with Tisa real fast. Y'all already know.
What was going on
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
At the Sean Diddy Trump's trial, and the way the prosecution was vindicated, and also the way prosecution was vindicated, and the way the proof was in the pudding. Listen, it's actually sad to see because Diddy's kids look like nice people, okay? And it's sad that it's happening to them, but at the end,
It's crazy that she literally said the prosecution was vindicated. Let's just keep going.
End of the day, it's because of their father and what they did, okay? But one is the sure, even though people say that, oh my God, the closing arguments the prosecution did, and don't forget Maureen Comey is going to be on the ones and twos. I'm going to apologize to the 6-pack of women on the prosecution team for ever even doubting they wouldn't get every single thing. Baby, the only state charges they took out were the attempted that was tightening up. But even if they don't get it, they hit Diddy with the rule book. And they did such an excellent job of breaking down what RICO was. And they can.
Now, you heard what she just said. They did such a good job of breaking down what RICO is. People, when I continue the next video, and you hear the arguments, People, I'm gonna say this again. When I play the following video immediately after this, and you hear what they're using, you're gonna start hearing people talking like me. You're gonna start hearing people talk like me. What's good, man? And you're right. I've been watching every day. You've been down the middle. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I appreciate it. Listen, what you're gonna hear me play today, you're gonna be like, yo, True said that like 2 weeks ago. True been. People, I'm gonna say this again. You have to understand the language that they're trying to use. But you're gonna hear like verbatim, like things that came out of my mouth. People, I'm telling y'all, if y'all think some of these content creators are not watching me, if y'all think some of these content creators are not watching me, you sadly mistaken. I promise you that. Hit the like button if y'all new here, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going, because I want you to hear her talk first.
Kept hammering into the jury's head over and over and over. You don't need a long history. You don't need a billion times. You just need one time. And they pointed, this was an instance, that was an instance, this was an instance, that was an instance. Now listen, I know a lot of people said, oh my God, it wasn't even that good. Diddy could still skate. They didn't do a good job. They are lying to themselves. Do I know what the future holds? Absolutely not. Was I in the courtroom and saw the jury up, awake, paying attention into what Diddy was? I'm not.
People, I want you to hear. People, yo, Mike, why are you playing this? I need you to listen to the lies. Because when I show you the video, people, multiple different people that were actually in the courtroom, in the main courtroom, they tell a different story. You're gonna hear the difference. See, this is why I'm here. Now, yesterday I meant to come back. People, like I said, I was exhausted. I've been exhausted. It's been like 100 degrees every single day. It's been exhausting to me. But let's keep rock and rolling. Listen, I want you to hear the lies.
Diddy into what the prosecutors were saying. Slavic did an excellent job. You know, my girl Maureen Comey is going to be on the ones and twos for the rebuttal. Diddy's team is doing their closing arguments today. But one of the surest signs that you can drop me past the light. Thanks. One of the surest signs that the prosecution was on their job is when Diddy's girls, and it was actually really sad to see. When Diddy's girls, actually way past the light, there's like gates right there you'll see, right? Like 20 feet past the light, thanks. When Diddy's girls were, I'm running late, but I had to get in here. When Diddy's girls were walking out, they broke down. They started crying. They looked sad and they looked defeated. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me felt really, really bad because they seem like really nice kids. They are kids. They are young, 18 years old. One just started college. The other two are forgoing college. And they're going to get into the fashion industry. Again, they still have a lot of connections that I'm sure that they are, you can way past the light on the other side, past the line. They still have connections. They're doing all this stuff, you know, yeah, this is perfect.
I'm sorry, I have a hard time listening to her voice sometimes, but I need you to hear this part.
Okay, let me jump out here. Hold on, guys. I'm about to start a car accident. Hold on. Thank you. Have a good one. All right. So, okay. So, I'm good, right? Okay. So, they're still doing all this stuff. They look super cute. They look this. They look... Good morning. They look super cute. They do. Hey, what's up? How are you? So, listen. So, they, so...
I remember when I first got sober, I didn't really think that I would ever.
So when it comes to what was going on with Diddy's people, right? The girls came out. They were in tears. They were sad. They looked honestly like they were breaking down. And that was sad to see because who wants to see three beautiful black women breaking down because their father is about to be sent to jail?
See, now this is another thing, y'all. We have to stop doing that. See, now I'm gonna say this. Now, me being Puerto Rican and Dominican, being obviously I'm Dominican, so we know Dominican is black. We have to, everything doesn't have to be emphasized when it's black. It's sad to see 3 beautiful young black, like, bro, their father's on trial. Like, people, all right, listen, hear me out. I want to say this. If you don't like what I'm about to say, that's cool. I don't give it. I'm past 10 minute mark. I don't give a shit. Listen, y'all, hear me. The reason why we're always victims is because we always have that victim mindset. I'm not saying what was done. What was done is done. But people, listen, let's be clear. I want to be, let me say this fast. Let me say this, because I need to thin the herd. Hold up. Let me say this shit. People, we live in a world where we complain so fucking much. People, if it's not reparations people want to argue for, people, hear me out. Black, Spanish people have been going through shit for days, for years, for eons. I want you to understand something. As long as you have the excuse of us being victims, we will always be victims. People, I want to be clear. I never seen my grandmother drive a BMW. Right? Cool. As much as my brothers have bread, I never seen them drive BMWs. You know what it is to have an i8 parked in the garage? And bro, listen, I need you guys to understand this. Now, somebody said we need reparations. We wouldn't even know what to do with it if we got it. So let's not even get. I'm not even gonna hurt y'all niggas' feelings. I done did debates with real debaters and whoop niggas' asses. I need y'all guys to hear something, right? Because even when we do get the power, even when we do get put in position of power, we still don't know what to do with the power. Hold up. Can I prove that real fast? Because you want to know what? Listen to me. I don't care if you don't like it. Y'all motherfuckers have selective outrage. Now, listen, I have my own personal feelings about it, but I'm gonna say this. When a white person kills one of us, it's an outrage. So let's stop killing each other. Until you motherfuckers start outraging about what we do to ourselves, you can't say shit. You can't say nothing. Until there's a fucking riot in your neighborhood about y'all niggas killing each other, you can't say shit. Don't say shit. You can't tell me shit. The white man killed another black man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Black man kills a black man in the hood. No outrage. You know what niggas say? Shh, don't snitch. The fuck out of here with you weird ass motherfuckers. Listen. I said it. Y'all can't expect. See, and this is the reason why niggas don't take us seriously. Because you got dumb motherfuckers who want to sit here saying niggas need reparations to do what? Go buy fucking more drugs and sell it to niggas in the hood? To what? Get more fucking, get more Benzes and to stay in the projects? To do what? To do what? What will you do with it? Nothing. You ain't building no community. Y'all niggas be like, this is my hood. You don't own a bodega in the hood. The the fuck? People, I promise y'all, I'm a whole different kind of content creator. Y'all don't want to fuck with me this early in the morning. I ain't have no coffee. I didn't have a Red Bull. I didn't have nothing yet. I'm straight waking up off of 3 hours of sleep. I am not in the mood. I promise you niggas. Y'all not in the mood. Y'all not prepared for me right now. I promise you. I'm only 20 minutes in. I'm ready to roast the whole fucking shit. I'm ready to roast the whole fucking place down. Y'all not ready for this. That shit be fucking weird. Y'all niggas be weird sometimes. But like I always said, until we change it, people, last time I checked, now, it ain't the world's best conditions. It may not be the perfect conditions, but last time I checked, I could walk outside my house right now. I'm not in cuffs. You're not in cuffs. To everybody watching my live stream, God bless y'all. You're not in cuffs. You're not. You're tuned into True. You're tuned into one of the realest people on YouTube, whether you want to believe it or not. But you're gonna find out today. Today. People, I want you to understand something. Ready? Hear me. We live in a country that we have running water. May not be the cleanest, may have fluoride, may have chlorine, all kind of other shit everybody says. But you turn that knob in the shower, boy, that shit come down. That shit be coming down like Carl Thomas, Summer Rain, baby. Let's stop playing. Ready? You could flick a light. You could flick a light and the light goes on if you bless that. If you bless that far. We live in a different time. People, last time I checked, we have to remove ourselves. People, I keep telling you niggas. Shout out to Eric Thomas. I had the opportunity to talk to that man. I know Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. The problem with some of y'all niggas is this, y'all. Y'all have a fucking net. Yeah. Who was there for the live stream when I did the live stream? Eric Thomas, shout out to you. A lot of y'all niggas have this net in y'all life. And I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to veer off this Diddy shit, but I gotta get to this point, because this shit, it's already on my mind. People, hear me out. Y'all have this net in your life. I used to have a net, y'all. Y'all could say whatever y'all want. My net was my grandmother. What do you mean? So I used to always make this excuse, even though it's a real thing. Listen, y'all, my family, my grandmother's children, there was two twins, my mother and my uncle. My uncle and their side of the, I don't give a fuck. Listen, people, I don't give a fuck. See, look, hear me out. I don't give a fuck. They stole what my grandmother left for us. And I used to hold that as a net. Look what's going on in my life. Now, yes, it hurt me for a little bit. It hurt me because it hurt. Like, coño, you stole everything. I ended up in the street eating out of garbage cans. But hear me out. Y'all robbed us. Y'all robbed us for our future so y'all side of the family could be all right. Man, fuck all that. Now, like I said, the thing is this. I'm going to show you how God works. Because what people do in private, see, while they did it in private, God's going to make me shine in public. God going to make me shine in public. This is why every chance I get, I make sure I shine on motherfuckers. Don't get it. People, trust me. We don't want to break down my mind. Hear me. My net was my grandmother. Oh, because this happened, this is why my life is going to be this. No. Because that happened and they robbed us and I ended up homeless in the street. You know what I said? That's the reason why I'm going to shine on niggas. That's the reason why you're going to have i8s. That's the reason why I drive 5 Series. That's the reason why right now I'm looking at the new the new Hummer, the EV joint, the big joint. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. Because I use that betrayal to catapult me into being the best version of myself. Every day I have to fight to remind myself to say, fuck that weak-ass, weak-minded motherfucker that I used to be. Fuck him. That was a weak son of a bitch. Not this one. Not this one. How? How am I contradicting myself? Please help me up. Please elaborate. And I will say this, New Orleans, that's the very last time I'm gonna allow you. If you're gonna make a statement, please make sure you actually say the whole statement. I shouldn't have to ask you how. I mean, you're a grown-up. So if you're gonna speak, make sure you speak in full. Don't speak in halves, all right? I'm gonna give you the opportunity to speak though. Yeah, he has to, see what I'm saying? Nobody has to ask him to elaborate. That shit is crazy. That's like, you're a grown-up. You should be able to articulate yourself in a better professional manner. Now, I will say this. A lot of y'all have a net. Ready? A lot of y'all, ready? Hear me out. Remember the other day I had that argument with some of my subscribers. I said, you ready? Some of y'all niggas have that net. Some of y'all guys, you won't go get that high promotion job because your family's on Section 8. You won't, that's the net. That's what's holding you back from being successful, because you got this fucking net. Like, I want to get that $100,000 job, but I'm going to lose my Section 8. So lose that shit. That's the net. Yeah. Ready? A lot of y'all guys have a victim mentality. If you let go the victim mentality, you free yourself from the net. E.T. said, when I used to go to the circus and think that the niggas fucking doing the straight line and doing all them tricks, I thought I was impressed. And so I looked down and there's a net there. Man, take off the net and do all them fucking tricks and show me, and I'll respect you more. See, because some of y'all guys, some of y'all have mommy. Some of you guys have your mommy. If everything goes wrong, I'm going to my mommy's house. I'm going to my mommy's house. Nigga, I'm going to the street if shit go wrong. No net. No net. No net. It's balls in or nothing. Straight up. No net. There's no net. I have no net. Because the net is what's saving you from living the life that you need to live. Oh, he didn't respond yet? New Orleans? All right, New Orleans got 1 minute to respond. He got 1 minute. He said, facts, bro. Don't say nothing. Right. He goes, these dudes out here use their... Ready? Let me give you an example. I would go to work, come back home, stream, XYZ. People, I'll be sitting down with the wife, chilling, relaxing. Something happens, gotta get back to work. People, I'll go to sleep, wake up in the middle of the night, take a piss, and I'll start streaming. I'll be like, gotta work. There's no net. There's no net. And it's okay, because you're supposed to rely on each other when it comes to men and women. But there are literally some guys who are doing nothing. Nothing. Like, they're not motivated to do anything. Now, first of all, that's not even of God. And if that's what you're doing, that's not even, you're disrespecting God as a man. If you're choosing to do absolutely nothing, you better figure out a way. But we're not going to get into that right now, because that, y'all know when I get into the Bible, I start trending off and I start getting lost. We're not going to do that. All right, so you see, look, you see how he didn't respond? You see how he didn't respond? You see what I'm saying? Cowards. I don't like cowards, y'all. So that's what I'm going to do. Bye. Bye. You see? You can't see, this is what I be telling everybody. You don't jump out there and say, I'm contradicting myself. People, I want you guys to understand something. I was paid to go to school to understand underlying statement. You guys probably don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, don't worry about it. I was paid to go to school to understand how to study principal point. how to understand how to conduct a conversation. People, do you understand the reason why most of our issues cannot be solved is because we can never get to the understanding factor of what's triggering them. Ready? If my grandmother was here, shit, my brothers, listen, I used to wet the bed till I was like 7, 8 years old. Ready? My grandmother said, stop giving him water hour before bed, and I stopped wetting the bed. He said, Valerie says, you stay spitting gems. I appreciate that. You know what it is? It's because I understand a lot of content creators that come on YouTube, they just run their mouth and they really don't have no substance behind what they say. The difference here with me is I am a very intelligent person. I'm not only am I educated, I am intelligent. I've been around some of the smartest people on earth. And I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by their mind. And I try to give you guys a little bit of that every time I stream. Every time I stream. Ready? A great example. My son, my little man. Now, some of y'all gonna say, yo, true, but you kind of hard on him. He three. The fuck does 3? What the fuck does my son being 3 gotta do, people? My son come in here, Dad, mommy not nice. I say, come here, stand right here. What have I told you? Stop coming in here telling me about your mom, right? Yeah. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. Go apologize. But he's 3. You know what the problem is? We raised some weak ass, bitch ass kids in this fucking country. Other countries got fucking kids at 2, 3 years old, fucking world pianists and shit, fucking science projects and fucking. We raised some weak ass, bitch ass kids. Not me. No sir. My son will tell you. My oldest son will tell you, my dad ain't never play that bullshit with me. I don't play that bullshit. Sorry, I'm just not that father. They know what they doing at 3. Right. Like, you gonna sit here and tell me that mommy not nice. Don't do that. I don't like that. You know how I feel about. I don't. He says, the niggas that have the net or born with the silver spoon in their mouth, they don't understand. I hear you, man. I hear you. 100%. Now let's dive right back into this. I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to veer off. Is that sometimes things come up and when the iron's hot, I gotta strike. But back to this, because I want y'all guys to hear something. I want y'all guys to hear what you've been hearing me say for 2 weeks already. Because it's only been for 2 weeks. No, for 3 weeks that two Mondays ago, they came out with how they're using RICO. And I've been telling you guys this from the beginning. He goes, yeah, bro, you hitting home. Am I right? That's my job. My job is to provoke thought. That's my job. I've been seeing your kid pull up on you and you handle it very well. I appreciate it. I ain't perfect. I'm not perfect, but it will be handled. It will be handled. I promise you that. It will be handled.
But then another part of me had to be like, nah. Because even though I know it's that sad for you as your daddy, what about other people's daddies, cousins, uncles, sisters, nephews, mothers, children that your father every day of his life when he got the opportunity was treating like party favors? It's really, really sad to see. But then I said, no, we got to put the blame where blame is due, okay? And we got to put it on Diddy. Diddy did this. Diddy destroyed their future. Diddy had them out on the federal court steps actually crying. Listen, and you know how this is real? It's coming directly from TMZ. TMZ said Diddy's daughters, who avoided appearing in court for most of the federal trial, are right behind him for closing arguments, and the emotion of the day is showing in their face.
So she really said the reason why this is real is because of TMZ. As many times as TMZ has publicly apologized to people, okay. People, let's get into this. I want y'all to hear. Tisa tells, I appreciate that. Thank you. I thank you. He says, she really said that? Now, I want to get into this. Shout out to Trent. Trent, if you're watching, my man. I want you to hear, people, Trent wrote down every single thing. You're going to listen to him talk and you're going to be like, yo, Mike. Nah, Mike, you capping. I told you. People, you're going to hear him say things that
RICO, and they only have to find guilty 2 counts of the predicate acts, okay? This is where they started losing the jury, by the way. This is where things start going downhill, and the prosecution always does this. They started to get over technical. They should have kept, just how I presented in the past 5 minutes, the leader of a gang, the leader of an organization. You thought he was this, da-da-da. Whoa. Once they started talking about RICO, the yawns started. We're going to explain to you what distribution of DRUGs is. We're going to explain to you what kidnapping is. We're going to explain to you what arson is. We're going to explain to you, we're just like, yo, we just sat down for the past 7 weeks and we heard all of this stuff. Keep on being excited, prosecution. You were good. For the first 5 minutes, you guys were amazing. Anyways, they go on to being extra technical.
Now, mind you, you heard what Tisa said. The juries were awake. They were alert. People were listening, dialed in, listening to what the... Listen, I want you to listen.
Cool.
Listen.
To find him guilty, you only have to find him guilty of 2 of the predicate acts. And they also said something that I didn't even know, and I wanted to tell you guys. Not only do they only have to find 2, but they could find 2 of the same thing and find him guilty of RICO. Let me break that down for you. For example, if they find him guilty of arson 2 times, that's enough to find him guilty of RICO. Let me repeat that. For example, DRUGs, if they find him guilty of DRUGs under RICO, and there's 2 times, that's enough. They don't need to find anything else. Thought that very, very strange, but I was like, okay, let me give you what they said. They're like, let's talk to you guys about DRUG distribution.
Listen. People, the volume is up. I see it's perfectly clear. It's hitting on all cylinders. I want you to hear what they're saying about DRUG distribution. Listen, people. 1, I'm about to get serious. Cause it's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. If this was any of you guys on trial, you're gonna hear some shit that's gonna be fucked up. So you know what it is? I always tell you guys, you not knowing the law doesn't exempt you from it. I've always promoted that to you guys. I've always said, you choosing not to understand the law is your fault. You choosing not to want to open up a book and understand the laws, it's your fault. It's no one else's fault. And I want to be clear when I say that. But let's go. Let's listen up.
Here's where it starts to get sticky, y'all. They says every single freak off, Diddy fed DRUGs to the girl. I was like, are you really saying that? Every single freak off, Diddy fed DRUGs to the girls? Come on, that's a little bit of a stretch, right?
So Diddy fed, mind you, we seen messages where Diddy would go back and forth with the women like, yo, do you think that you could do the freak off without distribution? Right? We've all read the text messages. See, this is where we have to stop. This is where the truth has to start coming out. Okay, that is a stretch. And we've heard women say that they weren't going to. Feeding girls is this is how they people, it's the wording. You're gonna have to listen to the wording.
Then they said, we just want to clarify what DRUG distribution is. Distribution doesn't have to be a major unit moving keys around. Distribution could be passing DRUGs to one person. Basically, indirectly saying, if I have a vial of the white stuff and I give it to this lady that's right here and I give it to her, that's DRUG distribution.
This is what they're trying, people, because they're trying to use the letter of the law. People, because I have some of that Frank White. And I see my man, hold this for me real fast. And I pass it to my man. Right. So if I'm like, yo, my nigga, hold on to this shit, my nigga, hold on to this shit, my nigga. I'm distributing people. This is what I'm, people. What did you hear me say to you guys 2 weeks ago that nobody was saying? You heard me already come to you guys, and I told you and I warned you. I said, them trying to use this bullshit letter to the law, it's not gonna work for people. It's not gonna, no more ciphers. Listen, it's not, people, what you're gonna hear, I told you, this, everybody on earth is committing RICO and distribution. People, I know you don't want, people, hear me out. I know you don't want to listen to me. You're talking to somebody that works in the armed service, and you have to understand certain things. And you have to be able to evaluate a situation fast. So that's pretty much what I did with this whole Diddy thing. They're saying if he gave her to hold, that's distribution. Who's going for that? People, how many jurors do you think is going to go for that? Let's keep listening. See, they're trying to come down to the, but the law says, that means so the law says everybody on earth is guilty. If that's the case, then distribution could have 80% of America in court. I'm going to say this again. People, what you're going to hear today on this live stream, you're going to hear what I've said 2 weeks ago. None of this is going to be new. Let's keep going. He said, wait, hold on, though. What about that saying, pour your own? Hey.
That is one act under RICO. And just like what I told you before, if you do that 2 times, that is you breaking a predicate act 2 times, and that's enough grounds to charge me for RICO. Now listen, I always tell you guys, I am not...
People, so hold on. So if I just did it 2 times, that's grounds for RICO. Holy shit. That's what the prosecution is trying to say, y'all. This is what the prosecution, even if I just had somebody if I gave it to you to hold it for me for a quick, if I did it 2 different occasions, that is RICO. Huh? People, when I tell you this, when Diddy walks, if they try to stick Diddy with this shit, they're opening up Pandora's box. This is gonna set the precedence for a very dangerous remaining time of our life. Crazy. Let's keep listening.
Not a lawyer, and they are the lawyers in there. And I'm sure that might be technically right, but you're not asking an AI machine to find somebody guilty. You're asking a group of 12 individuals from the Southern District of New York to say the only grounds for RICOs that you need is distribution is me. Let's say this is a little vial, and I give it to this lady. That's distribution. They made it clear.
Hold on, y'all. Hi, Papa. Good morning.
Yeah.
So good?
Mm-hmm. Dada.
Yes.
I like Dada.
You want the neck? You want my chain?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you in a little bit, okay?
Nah.
Mommy got your one over there. Mommy got your chain.
No neck.
Okay.
Mama, no neck.
Okay, I know. We're gonna get you a chain. Okay, I already told you that, okay? 5. You kiss. I love you. Come on, go over there. My son is funny, y'all. So he sees that my oldest son got a Cuban link. I got him a Cuban link. So now my son sees we all have chains. So he'd be like, Daddy, I don't have no neck. He goes, Dad, I don't have no neck. I'm like, man, if you don't cut the cap, bro. Yo, my son is funny. But he calls his big brother like, yo, can I wear your chain? Like, he calls his brother. It's funny. Pretty funny. But back into this, y'all. Back into this.
They made it clear. Hold on, I want to see it. Oh, yes, quantity does not matter. A small amount is fine.
Yeah, he needs
so
a neck.
This is actually not a good example. Here's a better example. Y'all know me. I like to be technical. Here, this is my hand sanitizer, okay? So if you have this little thing here, like filled with some DRUG, and I pass it to that lady, it doesn't matter that it's a small amount. It doesn't matter that it's a personal amount. It does not matter. That constitutes DRUG distribution, which falls under a predicate act.
So this is what Tisa said was devastating. They broke down RICO to the T. People, everybody commits RICO. Ready? Do you guys not see how many times I'm here streaming and I hand my wife my gun? I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail, y'all. Because I might commit a crime in my house. I'm going to jail. I can't pass on nothing now. I'm distributing. Now I'm a gun runner. People, this is what Tisa said was mind-blowing testimony. All right, let's go. We're not done. We're not done.
I do that one time, and then tomorrow I come another time and give it to her. Boom, you're done. That's a RICO charge.
That's crazy.
Studio
That's
quality
crazy.
AI images in seconds.
It's crazy.
One payment, unlimited use, forever. Create breathtaking images.
That's how the prosecution started out their day.
He said, I understand the distribution, but didn't they find thousands of bottles? He said thousands of bottles of the nah, bruh. Diddy gonna go to jail for distributing, for redistributing Johnson & Johnson. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Finding thousands of bottles of baby oil doesn't mean nothing. You finding those things that are his, he says, Right. You giving cops mad evidence, facts. 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 This is crazy. So you ready? So you mean to tell me, so that means it's his. So that means every time, listen, every time a police turned off a camera and the other cops didn't say anything, what is that? Think about it. People, y'all didn't believe me. Y'all did not believe me. Nah, it didn't. It didn't. Y'all did not believe me when I said this. Everybody is guilty of RICO. Oh, we just getting started. We just got to the first part. People, listen. That means everybody's committing RICO. Somebody's in there like, not me. I'm a saint. I'm an honor scholar. Hold on. Wait. We're not done with you yet. Hold on. We're not done with you. You stick around.
Come on, bro. If that's the case, then I know there's at least 90% of the enterprises or businesses in North America that will be able to be found for RICO.
Did you not hear me say that 2 weeks ago? People, I'm trying to help you guys understand. People, you heard me say this 2 weeks ago. The grounds that they're trying to use, I said every company on planet Earth is involved in RICO. He said RICO was made for mafia level crimes. But if I pass a cigar twice and it's distribution. That's what you're doing. It's called distribution. You can't do that. People, this is insane. Insane. He said, if this is the standard, I'm afraid to live. I hear you. He goes, shit, I'm fucked, son. I need to move. He's listen. He goes, listen. No, but y'all saying it in all of the bottles. It wasn't all of the bottles, bruh. It wasn't in all the bottles. It wasn't in all. I've been sitting here literally going through this. I read it right here. I understand distribution, but didn't they find thousands of bottles with it was not. He had thousands of bottles in his house. But let's keep on rocking. He goes, I'm a truck driver. So I'm doing, oh, you a truck driver? Nigga, you should be in jail you should be in the electric chair right now. You a truck driver. You're the definition of distributing. You are the RICO case. You are the RICO case. Nigga said, I'm a truck driver. Bro, all my bus drivers, MTA, if somebody has that stuff in their pockets and you bring them from Bronx to Queens, lock all you niggas. People, do you see how stupid this sounds? People, I told you. People, I was the first person to tell you guys this. If they charge him with this, every company in the world, and I told you guys, the reason why they're trying to make this whole thing so broad is because this is not about Diddy. This is about men in powerful positions. If they can attack every single company, every man in the world that has a powerful label on them, they can strip every man of their power. Y'all wasn't listening to the big picture. Y'all not listening. And I'm trying to tell you guys, This is gonna be a scary thing that they're trying to do. But let's keep going.
So you're trying to tell me, if somebody owns a company, or somebody's working, or two people are working at a company, and one goes out and gets a little vial on the street for a Friday night, and you give it to somebody in an organization, and you do that 2 times, that's 2 counts under Predicate Act, that's RICO? This is what you're trying to say? Yo, you lost me. They lost me with that one, man. I'm sorry. They gave a list of all the hard DRUGs that Diddy was taking from
he said, yo, y'all dumb in the comment section. He said, bus drivers are H transporters. That's hilarious. Some niggas is moving keys, bro. Bro, this is funny. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure it out.
Brendan Paul, and obviously I can't say them on YouTube, but you all know all the DRUGs that Diddy was taking, the white stuff, the E word, the 2C or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Everything there, except for I think maybe they didn't say like the H word.
Bartenders. Listen, people, y'all do know that. You do know that alcohol is... People, alcohol... When they serve that little drinky drink in the club and they slide it to you, oh snap. Oh man. People, I told y'all, this is not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well.
And that DRUGs are illegal, don't get me wrong. I fully understand that, but every single testimony, even from Brendan Paul, who was supposed to be the alleged mule, he said they were very small personal amounts. If they wanted to charge Diddy with a DRUG charge and separate from RICO, I would say, hey, at the end of the day, it is illegal, bro. I know mad people that are inside right now for 2 rocks, all right? So fair is fair. So if you want to charge him for that little vial and you want to give him a DRUG charge, I totally get that. I'll totally be on your side for that. But to put that under a RICO, and it's a predicate act, out of a organization conspiring to cause a crime, but the crime is a small vial that's personal amount, and you...
See, they have to convince the jury. This is why Diddy's team is not panicking. They have to convince a jury of 12, actually 15, but it's 12. They have to convince people, but I want y'all to hear something. Katisa lied again.
Brendan Paul handed it to Diddy, so that's a distribution, and Diddy handed it to the girls. So now all of a sudden, he is a DRUG distributor because he handed it to the girls to take a pill of E. Lost me with that one, sorry. She said Jane testified that Diddy asked her to fly and pick up DRUGs. We already know that.
He said, I'm suing D. Yo, D. Yo, y'all dudes is stupid in the comment section. Y'all dumb as hell. I ain't gonna cap. Y'all stupid. Y'all keep me motivated, man.
I forgot to tell you guys.
Y'all
I'm gonna
funny.
have little side notes, sidebars, because my goal here is to let you know the reactions in the court.
Right. People. See? People think that it's a game. People. You know what it is? There are laws on the books that just because they don't push them or just because they don't go hard on the laws, it doesn't mean that they don't exist. He said the government and science considers alcohol a DRUG. He says ATF, people, the alcohol is in their name. People, just because they're not pushing it, it doesn't, Timmy, what up? Just because they're not pushing it doesn't mean that's not a crime. So now the government wants to pick and choose. See, this is what's scary. When our government wants to pick and choose when to exercise those things, shut down all the clubs, close down all the liquor stores. And what are we doing? What are we doing here? I'm going to say this again, y'all. I've been saying this for 2 weeks before anybody's been saying it. People are starting to catch up. Remember, I told you guys, they're using RICO. If there's a cooperation of people who are moving in a motion under one mission to protect the brand, the image of the brand, which is Sean Diddy Combs, he's the moneymaker, that is considered a RICO. I told you, churches protect their images, universities protect their images. We hear of all these scandals going on all these college campuses and universities and all that, and they cover it up to protect the image of Harvard, of UCLA, of all of these people. The presidency is a RICO. Y'all not listening. I hope y'all got hospitals. Jeez, people, everything is a RICO according to these people. This is why I told you guys. They're going to have to sell all 12 of them unanimously. If somebody goes, no, that's not, no. Everything, every company on this planet is practicing RICO. Lawyers practice RICO. The justice system practices RICO.
Before, or read it on Twitter, or got the transcripts, but I want to let you guys know whenever there's something going on, I'm going to say sidebar, and I'm looking at the jury or looking at Diddy's family, okay?
He's crazy.
So once they're talking about the distribution and all of this stuff or whatever, I'm looking now at Diddy's family, and Diddy's family is fixated on the screen. Daughters haven't looked away. Diddy is not looking at the screen. Diddy is not impressed by this DRUG distribution, handing it to somebody in his criminal organization, okay? Also, too, the prosecutors say right now that the prosecutors, they literally say right now, at this point, to the jury, they're like, jury, before I even continue, I've only been talking for 10 minutes, I have just proven RICO. The fact that Brandon Paul said that he got personal DRUGs for Diddy and he handed it off to the girls, and then the fact that Jane said that she brought DRUGs, that's 2 counts of DRUGs. Jury, we have just proven RICO to you. The jury was like, are you joking? Like,
hold on. Why Tisa didn't tell you that? Why didn't Tisa tell you that? Why is Tisa telling lies? People, this man is in the main courtroom and the prosecution is like, jury, we just proven RICO. And people, he ain't the only one. People that are in the room were like, the jury was like, what that, huh? Like, who falling for this? Who? People. People, all right. Sidebar, shout out to Sean G. Sidebar, hear me. You wanna, all right. I wanna say this so you guys can understand. All right. Aside from Diddy being a powerful man and having a lavish lifestyle, you are trying to tell everyday workers, men and women, young and old, black, white, Spanish, you are trying to get 12 people that they commit these crimes every day. You're trying to tell them, see, he's committing RICO. So they're committing RICO. People, Do you know how many times? Do you know how many people? When I get wine is considered alcohol. Y'all could cut the cap. I don't want to hear. Well, wine doesn't really have the registration level of it to be considered an alcoholic beverage. It's an alcoholic beverage. You drink enough of it, you're gonna be on the floor. You're gonna be ripped. Stop. I know the legal limit. Well, technically, the bottle doesn't have that much. So you're saying if I shop and I hand my son the bottle of wine to carry, this is distribution. Everybody can find something that they can be charged with. People, I told y'all 2 weeks ago, we are all considered under the RICO now. That means your day-to-day, your hard-working day-to-day bus driver is a part of a RICO. Whether they knew it or not, it doesn't matter. Whether they knew it or not. People, y'all not understanding how dangerous this is.
Are you joking? Horrible. I see I have here, come on, I was like, come on, this is crazy to me. And I put an asterisk, it doesn't matter how small, if personal, and it just, distribution means that you can pass it. I already told you guys that.
Hold up. Tim perfectly said, he said, big bro, they don't charge who is wrong, they charge who they want. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. This is why this is dangerous. But now people, you know even more why this is dangerous? Hold up. Shout out to Hassan Campbell. If I'm not mistaken, I ain't talking about that right now. I was gonna speak about a law that they trying to pass. I ain't trying to scare y'all niggas. I ain't trying to scare y'all. It's already, the world is already tough as I ain't trying to scare y'all away. Let's see more.
Oh, sorry. Prosecutors say he distributed over 100 times. Oh, that was what that little note was. Yes. The prosecutor said that they have proof that Sean Diddy Combs distributed DRUGs over 100 times. They are saying passing it in a room is DRUG distribution.
You heard what he said, passing it in a room. So hold on. So people, I want you guys to, I can't show it to you. So passing somebody my pistol in a room and saying, yo, hold this. Or go, can you go put this over there? That could be a crime now? Man, oh man, we in trouble. We are in trouble as a people. Mama, I'll make the mango in a minute, okay? Before you head out.
These charges land for these
Make me
reasons.
some mango this morning, man. We got some good breakfast.
A precedent. A lot of people you know are going to jail. I'm just telling you that right now.
I told you.
All right, so that was DRUG. And for me, it was very, very strong, and then it really took a nosedive. They lost me personally. Again, this is just my opinion. I don't know how anybody else is feeling. Y'all can draw your own opinions. The jury could draw your own opinions. Everybody in the room was like, and after we had our first break, everybody was like, did you hear what they said about DRUG distribution? Like, what is going on here? That should have been a simple DRUG charge, not grounds for RICO. Okay.
I'm telling you, y'all. But Tisa didn't tell you this, though.
That is DRUG.
Which one of these alcoholic beverages actually flushes out edema? All alcoholic drinks make edema worse, right? Wrong. And
you let her tell it.
Let's go now to, they said, again, they're breaking down RICO. They're breaking down the 8 predicate acts that he broke under RICO, although they've already proven too, and they've already proven RICO. They basically could arrest it, but they're like, we'll keep on going and we'll tell you more. So now they talk.
So they already have 2 acts, the ones that you heard. So they're saying that they could arrest him right now. Okay.
About the K word, keeping somebody. Okay. They're like, he kept somebody 3 times. He says the first time was Cassie in 2009.
Yeah, y'all guys know the K word. Sometimes, YouTube does have a little hard time accepting certain words. So the K word, y'all guys know when somebody is kept against their will.
The London hotel. He was hiding Cassie to keep her away from her bruises. There was one time that he put hands on her, and he put her in that hotel for a couple of weeks. Now, you guys, I'm sure most of you have been following this. Going forward now, I'm not going to break down all of these stories for you because I'll be here for the next like 3 hours.
Yeah,
right?
mid-napping,
so
nice.
I'm sure most of you know by now the 2009 London hotel. After Diddy put hands on her, he put her in a hotel because he didn't want anybody to see her bruises. They're counting that as keeping somebody, the K word, okay? Again, that's...
Mind you, Cassie got on FaceTime with the security guard and said, listen, that videotape can't get out. It's gonna ruin my career. So because Diddy put her up in a room to heal up or to get right, that's mid-napping? Don't put nobody in a hotel, y'all. You might be mid-napping somebody. You might be, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
think that is keeping somebody. According to the prosecution, they say Cassie didn't want to be there, so that is the K word, okay?
So what they want to say is because Cassie didn't want to be there. At this point, do we trust anything that Cassie said? No.
The second time under K word is Caitlin. I keep on saying Caitlin Clark. Capricorn Clark, 2009. The lie detector test in NYC. You guys know about that already. When they asked her, because Diddy allegedly said that there was some jewelry missing and he wanted to give her a lie detector test, and again, D-Rock or some other people, I think it was maybe Uncle Polly, took her to New York in this abandoned building. And he says, if you fail this lie detector test, they're going to find you at the bottom of the ocean, okay? And again, the prosecution is saying that is quote unquote kidnapping. I just said the K word, sorry. YouTube, give me some grace, okay? So that's their second predicate act of the K word, keeping somebody. The third one is...
Mind you, y'all. She went to the warehouse for 5 days. That means they dropped her home. And the very next day, she came back. You can't make this up, y'all. You cannot make this shit up. Literally, they dropped her home and she came back the next day. 5 days in a row. But then she said, I wanted to do it to prove myself. So is this mid-napping or no? Or no? People. I can't wait to hear what they say today. Because I'll be bringing it to you later on for sure.
Home, and Diddy went to Capricorn Clark's apartment. You guys remember the story where he went to her and he was like, yo, I heard Cassie is with Kid Cudi. And she's like, yo, I don't know about this. I don't have anything to do about this. Allegedly, Diddy had a GUN and he's like, yo, you're coming with me? Let's go. The feds are saying that is taking somebody against their will. Now, I just told you there are 3 counts of taking somebody.
You ready? All of us, especially fellas, maybe not really girls, fellas, all my men, hit the like button, because we all going to jail. Let's at least hit the like button before we go to jail, though. Hit the like button. Ready, fellas? Listen. Yo, it's going down. Yo, I need you to roll with me, dogs. Anybody who been a part of a set, a crew, you got homies with you, yo, we got to roll out. That's mid-napping. Because they called you and they making you come to hold them down. It's against your will. Whether you want to do it or not, it's against your keyword. Whether you want to do it or not. Because she wanted to do the lie detector test to prove herself. So whether you want to do it or not, that's midnapping, because I'm calling you saying, yo, Autobots, roll out. That means Optimus Prime is going down. Optimus Prime is ready. It's morphin' time. All it takes is one person to say, it's morphin' time, and all of them gotta morph. People, I know I'm getting exaggerated. I'm trying to help y'all understand. Everything is RICO. This is a dangerous precedence that they're trying to set. People, hear me. Hear me. He said, I'm gonna turn myself in. He said, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, this is getting ridiculous. But because listen, Diddy walks, this is gonna be the biggest slap in the government's face, and they're not gonna let Diddy go for the rest of his life. He said, I'm under the jail. You know how many times my niggas hit me up? Yo, let's roll. In the middle of the night, woo, that's midnapping. That's midnapping.
Buddy?
Look, the code to losing weight was cracked
AI.
a long
This
time
is
ago.
AI.
The
This
problem
AI is getting crazy.
Nobody is doing it.
It's hard to say this. In a technical sense, in the technical definition, with their testimony, it's up for argument. But when you really take it out of, let's say, putting it into an AI filter, do you guys think the jury is gonna think that that is grounds for taking somebody? I'm not too sure about that one, okay? I'll let you guys decide. Then they say, all right, let's give you guys an example of arson. They say, Kid Cudi, his car was set on fire, and they questioned who did it. Diddy doesn't buy his... Oh, sorry, they questioned who did it. And although they're saying that maybe Diddy wasn't the one who actually set Kid Cudi's car on fire, and they made a joke and they say, Diddy doesn't buy his own soup, so why do you think he would create his own arson? Obviously, he had somebody else to do it. So they're indirectly saying he broke a predicate act under RICO, which is arson. Hey, somebody give me a super...
Hold up. Wait. So now they're trying to shove with no proof the DNA fingerprints found at the car situation was of a woman, and they're saying it don't matter, Diddy did that. It don't matter, Diddy did that. Diddy don't cook his own damn food. Why would he? So now they're insinuating, but they trying to make it into a law. Like, this is proof that Diddy did it, because Diddy can have anybody do anything. We're all committing RICO, people. Oh my gosh. He said, yo, Roxanne, get yourself a coffee before we all go to jail. Shout out to Rock for the $5 super chat. Facts. I'm gonna need to get me a good coffee because, bruh, we have a long life in jail, bro. We all going to jail. Where was that from? You're going to jail today, boy. You're going to jail today, boy. Martin, he said, you're going to jail today, boy. You're going down today. Bro, he said, how are they talking arson when it's supposed to be? They're saying, fuck the proof. He did that. That's what they trying to say. Yo, they saying, man, fuck the proof. He did that shit. People, if we let them do that, that means, people, in court, it's not what you know. It's what you can prove. And if we allow that to happen, what is the purpose of court then? If you don't gotta prove it. He did that shit, son. He did that shit. He guilty. Nigga, that was Diddy. Nigga, that was Diddy. Yeah, that was Diddy. Oh my gosh. Dangerous.
Hold on, let me pull this up. Trina gave me a super Trent. Y'all give Trent some grace. Thank you for your coverage. Thank you very much, Trina. Appreciate you. Hold on. All right, thank you very much. So yeah, they're like, hey, we know he didn't do it, but Diddy is rich. He doesn't even get his own soup. However, we do know that he did play a part in it. Just want to remind you that Kid Cudi himself said he doesn't have any proof that Diddy did it. He said he asked Diddy a dinner after all of it blew over, and he said Diddy told him he never admitted to it.
So they understand that. Listen, y'all. See, this is the contradiction. Listen. So they understand that Diddy is a powerful man, that he can do all of this stuff and get people to do all this stuff. But they don't understand that Diddy is a powerful man that people want to do all this stuff. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
There's no actual proof or direct proof, but the prosecution wants you to think that Diddy broke the arson, one of the predicate acts under RICO, which is arson, okay? Then they go on to bribery. They bring up the CNN video, and they said during the CNN video, you see that the security guard comes up, Flores, and allegedly, Kim Johnson, another super chat, thank you very much, Kim. They said he offered Flores a stack of money right away there. That's bribery. Another side note, juror number 12 is fast asleep. We're at 11:10, 1 hour in.
But that's not what Tisa said. Y'all see what I'm saying? Tisa said everybody was alert like this. Yes, people, 3 jurors fell asleep during the prosecution speaking.
And juror number 12 is fast asleep. I think this is the holdout juror. Oh, yeah, this is the black girl with her hair pulled back. I think she's going to be a holdout of not guilty, fast asleep. 1 hour. Like I told you guys, I love my little sidebars that they give you guys, by the way. Like I told you guys, it started out so strong at 10:10. By 11:10, one juror was already sleeping, and I was like checked out. I was like, are you serious? Like that DRUG distribution thing they wanted to try to make us believe was crazy to me. Anyway, so like I said, one juror falling asleep. They brought up another count of bribery. KK helps to cover up Cassie's hotel, which is, again, the CNN. D-Rock helps to try to pay off Eddie, which was to try to get the tape back. And the federal government is saying this completes bribery. So there was one security guard that came up during the alleged, well, not the alleged because we've seen it, while Diddy was putting hands on her, you see that she went to the phone, he tried to bribe that guy, and then after, to get the tape, he tried to bribe 2 or 3 other people. So that is already right there, breaking a predicate act under RICO, done. I have a note here. It says prosecutors are bending the law to prove bribery. Bribery has to be when a witness is about to testify and only when there's police involved. But the prosecution said, we just want to give you guys some more information about bribery. Yes, no police were called in this case, but that's just because Diddy didn't allow the police to be called, which is them bending the rules. Bribery, if I ask somebody here on the street, hey, don't say something and I'll give you money, that is not bribery in law. That is me paying somebody for something. Bribery is when you are interrupting a witness from testifying or you're interrupting a police investigation.
Right.
That is bribery. But because it's under the RICO Act, the feds are trying to like bend a law to make you think that this is bribery, but they...
Now, again, I told you, shout out to you, Timmy. Give me this. Besito. Mama linda. Mommy's calling you. I know up people. Mommy's calling you. Don't cry. Mommy's calling you. People, I want you to understand. I told you. Diddy didn't offer nothing. Mama, I'm almost done, okay? Diddy said specifically.
Get the likes up.
Get the likes up, y'all. Diddy said specifically. Yo, Playboy, I got you, Playboy. It was the security officer's boss who said 50,000. Diddy, see, they're trying, it's true, they're trying to bend the law to get Diddy. If they allow this, it's dangerous, people.
You know that it's not technically bribery, and Diddy's team tomorrow is going to say that Diddy didn't pay the security guard and he didn't pay the tape so that he wouldn't go to jail. He paid it so that it wouldn't go public because he's a public figure. You can't tell somebody the reason why they paid something. You're going to expect a jury to believe your version of a story, or are you going to expect the jury to believe your defense has decided the jury? That's up for you guys to decide. Cassie said she didn't want to press charges. Cassie said not to call the police. Diddy said not to call the police, and he wanted to buy the tape. Do you think he wanted to buy the tape because he's trying to avoid jail, or do you think that he was trying to protect his public image? You saw what happened to Diddy as soon as that videotape came out. I think Diddy was literally, for sure, of course he doesn't want to go to jail, don't get me wrong, but he was really doing that for his public image, because if that would have came out, it would have been over for him. But like I said.
Right. And mind you, Cassie told him, I can't have that tape go out. So now it looks like a man trying to also protect the image of his woman, because Cassie was his woman.
I want to try to stay as neutral as possible. Y'all let me know why you think he bought that videotape, okay? Now, let's go into SEX trafficking, okay? I'm going to try to run by this quickly, but I want to give you guys everything, okay? So, as you guys know, there's SEX trafficking inside of RICO. There's 8 predicate acts. Just want to remind you guys what they are again, in case you don't remember. 8 predicate acts. DRUG, distribution, taking somebody, arson, bribery, SEX trafficking, selling yourself, forced labor, witness tampering. You only have to find 2, but they have, in the past hour, showed you like 8 or 9 of them, okay? So now they're saying, just want to remind you, jury, there's SEX trafficking under RICO, and then there's SEX trafficking, force, fraud, and coercion, and SEX trafficking under the Mann Act. There's 3 different counts of SEX trafficking. At least they spared us and didn't do them all separately. They said, we're going to talk to you about SEX trafficking all together, but we just want to remind you that it is really in 3 places. Inside of RICO, outside force, fraud, and coercion, and also in the Mann Act, okay? So, they make this point. They say, here is why we put SEX trafficking inside of the RICO, because it was also about his team helping him. So the fact that it was his team also helping him, that goes to the criminal enterprise.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app and $9.99 a month for a music app and $12,
which goes under the RICO Act, okay? They said they put up on the screen when this started. This person just walked super close by me, like tried to brush me, and anyways, whatever. It's New York City, you gotta be careful out here. They put up on the screen a picture of all of the SEX workers that Cassie, Jane, and Diddy hired. It was effective, y'all. His daughters looked and then looked away and looked down. It was just like, we're gonna start talking to you about SEX trafficking and the people that they paid and all of this, and here is the group, and it was like, yikes, that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? Because we keep on hearing about Cabal, we keep hearing about Paul, we keep hearing about like Jane's like 2 or 3 favorite, but to see that,
I can't wait to hear today.
Like, y'all are nasty, yo. Anyways, whoa. This wind is crazy out here. I hope it doesn't start raining. Anyway, so they put up a picture of 50 SEX workers, which was very, very, very effective. Hold on. Then they started saying, all right, guys, this is where things got good. Oh my gosh, it's so windy out here. This is when things got good. They said, We're going to describe the SEX trafficking. We're going to describe the freak-offs. You guys remember those nasty nights? You remember those nights that never ended? You guys remember those nights that were filled with baby oil and Astroglide? Y'all remember those times? Diddy's daughters, again, were like, yikes. It was so bad. Like, that was... When they made points like that, that's when they scored points with the jury. When they got over technical and were trying to reach so far that I'm sure their arms were hurting them, that's when they lost. They should have stayed, in my opinion, with the big picture. Y'all remember those sex nights, those SEX nights? Y'all remember those nights that never ended? Y'all remember those nights that were 48 hours? Y'all remember those nights that were filled with red lights and cameras?
Now, let me tell you why they did that. They did that because they're trying to make Diddy's personal life a crime. You remember those days? You remember them nights? Astroglide all over the place, slipping and sliding all over your body, and all this glistening water glistening all over your body, you know? Because nothing else stuck. They're trying to make his personal life a crime. What I do on my own personal time is nobody's business. But listen, y'all, I'm so sorry. That's as far as I'm able to go right now with this. We're gonna see what's going on today with the cross. I can't wait for the defense team. I gotta make some mango y queso. Gotta get some breakfast going in the house. Being a freak is not a crime, but they're gonna make it. They're trying to make being a freak a crime, because I told you, only women are allowed to remove consent. Years later, a man can't do it. It is what it is, y'all. But listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I wanted to get on real fast just to make sure I can give y'all the full story from yesterday. I see y'all in a little bit this afternoon. Y'all through Save. Y'all already know what time it is. We out of here. Easy. Wepa.